Zaytun is, or rather it was, a small village in Gaza, before it was shelled and destroyed by Israeli forces. That much we knew, but now we have more detail, and all of it is deeply disturbing. What has not been erased are the stories we heard today, allegations of atrocities here on January the 4th. Wherever you turn, there are children clearly traumatized. That is the first clue. And everyone has a nearly identical story of Israeli troops shooting civilians, shelling homes, and denying the wounded access to medical care. Abdullah Samouni is 9. Israeli troops stormed the home at 6 a.m. on the 4th. He says he watched with his own eyes the execution of his father. He was surrendering like this, said Abdullah. My father came out and they shot him right away, over here. Next, he says, the soldiers sprayed bullets into this room, killing his 4-year-old brother. Next door is the house where the extended Samouni family were sheltering. Dozens died when it was shelled. Also inside at that moment was Almaza and her brother Ahmed. He was trapped for days among the dead and the dying. My mother was dead beside me, he said. She was clutching my brother Nasser, and they were dead. My brother Itzhak was bleeding for 2 days, and then he died. My brother Ismail bled to death in 1 day. My uncle Talal was bleeding for 2 hours, and he died. God bless them.
Israel fires more white phosphorus shells.
In the United Nations' own compound in Gaza City, the centre for distributing international aid to the hungry, the wounded and the terrified. But today, with 700 Palestinian civilians sheltering there, it became a target, fiercely burning phosphorus shells.
The reason that I'm saying phosphorus is because it looks like phosphorus, smells like phosphorus and burns like phosphorus. That set ablaze our transport port and warehouse.
Pieces of burning phosphorus fall to the ground.
This conflict is brutal. Every day the death toll rises, and his children bearing the brunt. All but one of these beds are occupied by children, young bodies shattered by war. The grandmother stepped out carrying a white flag, but soldiers opened fire, he says, instantly killing Samer's 2 young sisters. Samer herself was left bleeding on the street for 3 hours. Everywhere here, there's a story of suffering and grief. The bullet which struck him still lodged in his brain. He'll probably never wake up. The doctors here believe some of these children are being shot at close range.
Don't take my baby away. Don't take my baby away. Oh, I'm crying and I miss my baby. Don't take my baby.
accused of stopping ambulances from reaching the scene. In the ruins, a psychiatrist from Jordan was trying to counsel the children.
It's a massacre. They collected them from their houses. They knew that they were civilians, they were children.
But were Hamas gunmen, as is possible, in the area?
Suppose that there is one of the fighters around. What is it to do with all these? Is the price to kill the family as a whole? Is this baby carrying a machine gun?
In the graffiti, Israeli troops are said to have left calling cards full of malice. Arabs need to die, reads this one. This woman says her 15-year-old son was shot dead while carrying a white flag. She tried to stitch his wounds with her own needle and thread. I was not here on the 4th and 5th of January, so I cannot independently verify these accounts. But from everything that I am seeing and hearing, in particular the consistency of the testimony, well, at a minimum in my view, there needs to be a formal war crimes investigation. The question is whether Abdullah, Al-Mazar and Ahmed and everyone else here are lying. Or are they telling a terrible truth? Robert Moore, ITV News in Zaytun in the Gaza Strip.